If you pull out your range hood filter right now and it looks like it's covered in a thick, sticky, yellow-brown coating, that won't come off no matter how hard you scrub. There is a reason for that. And there is a fix that takes about 10 minutes and costs less than a cup of coffee. That fix is baking soda mixed with a little dish soap and hot water. And it works because of one simple thing scrubbing can never do on its own. It breaks the grease down from the inside instead of fighting it from the outside. Stick around, because in the next few minutes you're going to see exactly why your filter got this bad, why scrubbing alone was never going to fix it, and the exact step-by-step method that lifts years of baked-on grease without you having to scrub, soak in harsh chemicals, or buy a new filter. Let's start with why this happens in the first place, because once you understand it, the fix makes a lot more sense. Every time you cook something on the stove, especially if you're frying, sautéing, or searing meat, tiny particles of oil and fat float up into the air along with steam and smoke. Your range hood is designed to pull all of that up and through the filter before it gets pushed outside or recirculated back into your kitchen. The filter's job is to catch that oil before it goes any further. But here's the problem. Oil doesn't just pass through and disappear. It sticks to the metal mesh or screen inside the filter, and every single time you cook, a little more sticks on top of what was already there. Over weeks and months, that thin layer becomes a thick, gummy, almost rubbery coating that traps dust, hardens in the heat, and turns into the dark, sticky mess you're probably staring at right now. This is also why your kitchen fan might feel weaker than it used to. A clogged filter can't pull air through it the way a clean one can. So even if your fan is turned on high, it's working twice as hard to move half as much air. That's why smoke lingers longer when you're cooking, why your kitchen still smells like last night's dinner the next morning, and why grease seems to settle on your cabinets and counters more than it used to. The filter is supposed to be catching all of that, but once it's clogged, a lot of it just floats right past it. Now here's the part most people get wrong, and it's the reason so many of us have scrubbed a filter for 20 minutes and barely made a dent. Grease that has been baked on by heat over and over again isn't like fresh grease sitting on a countertop. It's not just sitting on the surface anymore. Heat causes the oil to polymerize, which basically means it hardens and bonds to the metal almost like a coat of varnish. Regular soap and water can rinse off fresh grease just fine, but that hardened layer needs something that can actually break the bond, not just wipe the surface. That's why scrubbing with a sponge or an old toothbrush usually just moves the grease around instead of lifting it off, and why so many people give up and either buy a new filter or just leave it dirty and hope for the best. So what actually works? This is where baking soda comes in, and it's probably already sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. Baking soda is what's called a mild alkali, and grease is acidic. When you combine baking soda with hot water, it creates a solution that neutralizes the grease and starts breaking down that hardened coating at a chemical level, not just a surface level. Add a small amount of dish soap into the mix, and you get an extra boost, because dish soap is specifically designed to break the bond between oil and whatever surface it's stuck to. Put those two together in hot water, and you have a solution strong enough to dissolve months or even years of grease buildup without needing any harsh chemicals, without any heavy scrubbing, and without spending more than a few dollars. Here's exactly how to do it, step by step, so you can try this yourself today. First, take your range hood filter out. Most filters simply slide out or unclip from the bottom of your range hood, and you don't need any tools for this on the vast majority of models. Once it's out, take a look at the size of your sink or a large basin, because you're going to need something big enough to fully submerge the filter in hot water. Next, fill your sink or basin with the hottest water your tap can provide. Hot water is important here because heat helps soften the hardened grease and makes it much easier for the baking soda and soap to do their job. While the sink is filling, add about half a cup of baking soda for a standard-sized filter. If your filter is larger or extremely greasy, you can go up to a full cup. Then, add a good squirt of dish soap, roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons, directly into the water. Give it a quick stir with a spoon or your hand so the baking soda dissolves and the soap spreads through the water evenly. Now here's the part that makes this method different from just washing your filter in the sink. You want to place the filter completely submerged in this hot baking soda and soap mixture, and then let it sit, untouched, for at least 10 minutes. Some people with extremely thick years-old buildup let it soak for 20 to 30 minutes, and that's perfectly fine too. This soaking time is doing all the hard work for you. The hot water keeps softening the grease, the baking soda keeps breaking down that hardened coating, and the soap keeps loosening the bond between the grease and the metal. You don't need to scrub during this time. You don't need to stir it constantly. Just let it sit. After the soaking time is up, you'll likely notice the water has turned a cloudy yellow or brown color, and that's the grease that has already started lifting off the filter on its own. At this point, take the filter out and check it under running water. In most cases, you'll see the grease sliding right off with just a gentle rinse or with a very light wipe using a soft sponge or an old cloth. If there are still a few stubborn spots, you can use a soft bristle brush to gently go over those specific areas, but you'll notice it takes a fraction of the effort compared to scrubbing a filter that hasn't been soaked. The grease that used to feel like it was glued on will now come off with barely any pressure at all. Once the filter looks clean, rinse it thoroughly under hot water to remove any leftover baking soda or soap residue. Then, let it air dry completely before putting it back into your range hood. This last step matters because a filter that goes back in still wet can trap dust and start the buildup process faster than one that's fully dry. If you're in a hurry, you can pat it down with a towel and let it finish air drying for another 10 or 15 minutes before reinstalling it. Now let's talk about a few common questions people usually have once they see how well this works. A big one is whether this method is safe for all types of filters. This baking soda and dish soap soak is safe for standard aluminum mesh filters and stainless steel filters, which are the two most common types found in home kitchens. If your range hood uses a charcoal or carbon filter, this method is not for you because those filters work differently and are not meant to be washed or soaked at all. They're designed to be replaced instead. If you're not sure which type you have, a quick look will usually tell you. Metal mesh or solid metal filters can be soaked and reused, while charcoal filters are usually thinner, often black or dark colored, and are not metal. Another common question is whether hot water alone would work just as well without the baking soda and soap. The honest answer is no, not for grease that has already hardened and baked on over time. Hot water helps soften things, but it doesn't break the chemical bond between hardened grease and metal the way baking soda and soap do together. If your filter is only lightly dirty, hot water and soap alone might be enough. But for the kind of thick, sticky, stubborn buildup most people are dealing with, skipping the baking soda means you'll likely be back to heavy scrubbing. People also ask how often they should be doing this to keep their filter from getting this bad again. For most households that cook regularly, doing this soak once a month keeps grease from ever building up to the point where it becomes a struggle to remove. If you fry food often or cook with a lot of oil, doing it every 2 to 3 weeks will keep your filter working at its best and keep your kitchen air moving the way it should. Filters that are cleaned regularly like this can also last significantly longer before you ever need to replace them, since grease buildup is one of the main things that damages and weakens the mesh over time. One more thing worth mentioning is what this method does for your kitchen, beyond just a clean-looking filter. Once your filter is clear of built-up grease, your range hood can actually do its job the way it was designed to. That means less smoke lingering in the air while you cook, less grease settling on your cabinets and walls near the stove, and less of that stale cooking smell hanging around your kitchen hours after you finished eating. A lot of people notice their whole kitchen just feels fresher within a day or two of doing this soak, simply because the fan is finally able to pull air through properly again. If you've been putting off cleaning your range hood filter because you assumed it would mean an hour of scrubbing or buying expensive degreasing sprays, this method removes that excuse completely. 10 minutes of soaking time, a few dollars worth of baking soda and dish soap you likely already have at home, and a filter that looked hopeless can come out looking almost brand new. It's simple, it's safe for the most common filter types, and it works with ingredients that are already sitting in most kitchens right now. There's also a version of this method you can use if your filter is especially stubborn, the kind that's been sitting there for a year or more without a proper cleaning. If you find that a single 10-minute soak isn't quite enough and there are still a few greasy patches left after rinsing, simply repeat the process a second time with a fresh batch of hot water, baking soda, and dish soap. Most filters are fully clean after just one soak, but extremely neglected ones sometimes need a second round, and that's completely normal. You're not doing anything wrong. Some grease has simply been building up for so long that it needs a little extra time to fully break down. Even in those cases, you're still looking at 20 minutes total, which is nothing compared to the half hour or more of hard scrubbing it would otherwise take. Some people also want to know if adding vinegar to this mixture would speed things up even more, since vinegar is often mentioned as a natural cleaner. It's actually best to leave vinegar out of this particular method. Vinegar is acidic, and baking soda is alkaline, so when you combine the two, they react with each other and cancel out much of their cleaning power before they ever get the chance to work on the grease. You'll see a lot of fizzing, which looks satisfying, but that fizzing reaction is actually using up the cleaning power instead of directing it at the grease on your filter. Stick with just baking soda and dish soap in hot water, and you'll get a much stronger result. Another question that comes up often is whether this method will cause any discoloration or damage to aluminum filters specifically, since aluminum can sometimes react with certain cleaning products. The good news is that a baking soda and dish soap soak is gentle enough that it won't harm aluminum, stainless steel, or standard painted metal filters. You may notice the metal looks slightly duller or more matte right after cleaning compared to when it was brand new, but that's simply because you're seeing the true surface of the metal without a layer of grease sitting on top of it. It's not damage, and it won't affect how well the filter works. It's also worth mentioning what not to do, because a few common habits actually make grease buildup worse over time instead of better. Wiping a greasy filter with a dry paper towel might feel like it's cleaning it, but in most cases it just smears the grease around and pushes some of it deeper into the mesh. Using extremely hot degreasing sprays with strong chemical fumes in a closed kitchen can also be harsh on your lungs and isn't necessary once you know this baking soda method works just as well. And running your range hood fan without ever removing the filter to clean it underneath is one of the biggest reasons filters get this bad in the first place, since grease can build up in spots you can't even see from the outside. If you want to make this an even simpler habit going forward, try keeping a small container of baking soda near your kitchen sink so it's always within reach. Some people like to do a quick monthly soak on the same day they do a regular kitchen deep clean, so it becomes part of a routine instead of something you have to remember separately. Once you see how easy and cheap this is, it stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a 5-minute task you barely think twice about. So the next time you notice your kitchen fan isn't pulling smoke away like it used to, or you catch that lingering greasy smell that won't seem to go away, don't reach for a new filter or a bottle of harsh chemical spray. Fill your sink with hot water, add your baking soda and dish soap, let your filter soak for 10 minutes, and watch years of grease lift away almost on its own. It's one of those simple fixes that once you try it, you'll wonder why you spent so long scrubbing in the first place.